Create a Super Mario mobile game with MIT App Inventor. This mobile application is a 2D platform game inspired by the classic Super Mario gameplay. The user touches Mario to make him jump. The goal is to survive as long as possible while avoiding collisions with moving obstacles. The Mario Game mobile application in MIT App Inventor is a fun and interactive project where Mario runs endlessly, jumps to avoid obstacles, and survives as long as possible. It uses images, sprites, timers, and events to simulate classic arcade-style gameplay, while also serving as an educational tool for learning programming and mobile app development. Adding game images to the workspace. On the right side panel, look for the Media section and click on the Upload File button. A dialog will appear. Click Choose File, and select cloud1.png file from your computer. After selecting, click OK. The image will now appear in the media list. Repeat the process to upload the other images. Once uploaded, you can set these images as the picture property of an image sprite inside the canvas. Adding graphical components for the mobile application interface. In the Properties panel of Screen 1, set Align Horizontal Center. In the Properties panel, find the field title and replace the default text with Mario Game. From the Drawing and Animation drawer, left palette, drag a canvas component onto your screen. In the Properties panel, right side. Height, choose a fill parent. Width, choose a fill parent. From the Drawing and Animation drawer, drag an image sprite onto your canvas. Click on Image Sprite 1 to select it. At the top of the Components panel, click the Rename button. In the dialog box, type Airplane. In the Properties panel, right side. Width and height, choose Full Parent. Picture, choose your uploaded Path 1 image. Repeat the same procedure for the other sprite images. Build the block structure in MIT App Inventor to control the application's behavior. From Procedures, drag out a block to Procedure and rename it Reset. The reset procedure is a key function that initializes or restarts the game whenever the player starts a new session or after losing. It ensures the game starts fresh and runs smoothly by activating all clocks needed for gameplay, deactivating jump clocks to prevent unintended movement, placing Mario, obstacles, plants, and clouds in their initial positions, and preparing the interface for a new play session. In the block section, from screen 1, drag the screen 1.initialize to call the reset procedure. The screen 1.initialize event is triggered automatically when the game screen loads. In the block section, drag reset, click do to call the reset procedure. The reset click event is triggered when the player clicks the reset button. In the blocks editor, drag out, when clock_Mario_walk, timer do. The clock_Mario_walks component is used to animate Mario's walking motion by alternating between two images, Mario Walks 1 and Mario Walks 2. At each tick of clock_Mario_walks, each time the timer fires, the event checks which walking image is currently displayed. If Mario Walks 1 is currently shown, it switches to Mario Walks 2. If Mario Walks 2 is currently shown, it switches back to Mario Walks 1. In the blocks editor, drag out when clock_Mario_up, timer do. The clock Mario up component is used to animate Mario's upward movement during a jump. At each tick of the clock, the Y coordinate of Mario decreases, moving him upward on the screen. The movement continues incrementally to create a smooth jump animation. The event typically checks if Mario has reached the maximum jump height. Once this height is reached, clock_Mario_up is deactivated and clock Mario down is activated to start the downward movement. In the blocks editor, drag out when clock_Mario_down timer do. At each tick of the clock, the Y coordinate of Mario increases, moving him downward on the screen. This creates a smooth descent animation. The event checks when Mario reaches the ground level. Once Mario touches the ground, clock Mario down is deactivated, stopping the downward movement, and clock_Mario_walks is activated. In the blocks editor, drag out when Mario touch do. The Mario touched event is triggered when the player taps Mario's sprite on the screen. It activates clock Mario up, making Mario jump when touched. In the blocks editor, drag out when clock path timer do. The clock path timer event alternates between the two path images, path 1 and path 2, to simulate a continuously moving ground, making Mario's running appear more realistic. At each tick of clock path, each timer event, the event checks which path image is currently displayed. Rapidly alternating between these two images simulates the ground moving beneath Mario, enhancing the illusion that he is running forward. In the blocks editor, drag out when clock_landscape timer do. The clock_landscape timer event animates clouds and plants, moving them across the screen to create a continuously scrolling background and enhance the feeling of forward movement in the game. At each tick of the timer, the x-coordinate of clouds and plants decreases, moving them from right to left across the screen. When a cloud or plant moves completely off the screen on the left, it is repositioned to the right to re-enter the scene. In the blocks editor, drag out when clock_obstacle timer do. The clock obstacle timer event animates obstacles moving toward Mario, ensuring continuous gameplay and providing the main challenge that the player must avoid to stay alive. At each tick of the timer, the x-coordinate of each obstacle decreases, moving it from the right side of the screen toward Mario. When an obstacle moves completely off the left side of the screen, it is repositioned to the right, creating a loop of incoming obstacles. In the blocks editor, drag out when Mario collide with do. The Mario collide with event is triggered when Mario comes into contact with another sprite, such as an obstacle. It is essential for detecting collisions and managing game over conditions. It checks if Mario has touched or collided with an obstacle, enemy, or any harmful object. It stops all relevant clocks, clock_Mario walks, clock path, clock landscape, clock obstacle, etc., to freeze the game. It displays a game over message using Notifier 1 and shows the reset button, allowing the player to restart the game. Click on Connect in the top menu and choose Emulator if you want to run it on your computer without a phone. The emulator will start, and after a short loading time, your application will run directly on your computer screen. The Mario game launches, and you can play it by making Mario move, jump, and interact with the obstacles. For more details you can visit our website robotique.site robotic guide.